Hi.
Hey. What's up? What's up? What's up? How is everybody this evening?
How you doing?
Yes, yes, yes. Please hit the like button. Remember, keep us in the algorithm. So you may have to collapse your comment section, hit the thumbs up, and come back. Hey, Bill.
Hey, y'all.
I'm on mute. Okay. Hi, Mel. How you doing?
Hey, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm
I
so
like
sorry.
I like your sweater.
Thank you, girl. I just had to throw it on. I had to throw something on real quick.
Okay.
Oh, come on, Grace. Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Listen.
I can't even see y'all right now because I'm typing in this box, y'all. But I did get stuff together.
Me too. I got we over prepared. I know that's
Oh,
right.
okay, great. Because I downloaded all the motions. I got
Yeah.
questions. I went through the counts for everybody so we can know what was dismissed. So, yeah.
Okay. Well,
That
you
was
can
going to be my
start.
question, too.
Go
About
ahead.
them. I had questions about them other six, but I was like, I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait.
I did write it down, Miss. I did write it down, T.
Go ahead. Start off. Lead us off with that.
The charges.
Yeah.
Are we live right
Yeah.
Yes,
now? Oh,
ma'am.
damn. Okay. All right. So, hey, everybody. I'm so sorry. I had a box up. Didn't even see that we were already live. So, welcome to WTF Wednesdays, guys. And I'm on a private chat, too. That's probably what was messing me up. But I missed y'all. I've been gone for a while, y'all. So, a couple days. So, I've got all the messages. But thank y'all. We're going to open up WTF Wednesdays with something that was what the moment for me. We had 6 defendants that were initially on the indictment, and they dropped their charges. And this came, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, the day after the not guilty verdict came out, right? So my first thought
Wait, Mel. Wasn't it the Jimmy took the plea and then they dismissed?
Yeah, Jimmy
took this plea first, so this was 2 days later.
I
Okay,
wonder, and just to say, I just wonder if he would have waited, what would have happened. But go ahead.
I don't know. That's an interesting question too. So we got 6 defendants, y'all. They are gone. Okay. What I did was wanted to kind of see what charges did they have. And I've been missing out too. I see the comments. I've been missing out too. Okay, so we had Khalif Adams, which this was the name we would hear all the time. He had count 1, which was the RICO charge, and he had count 40, 42, and 43. They all stemmed from the Lucci stabbing, so they dismissed those charges. Y'all know we had Lil Rod's charge partner, Damon Blaylock. He only had count 1. It absolutely made sense, in my opinion, for them to drop that. But I was a little pissed for Lil Rod because what would have happened had he continued on in the trial? Because he only had count 1 as well. And then we had Javoris Bradford. He had count 1. And then he had count 2, which was Nuts murder. That made sense to me too. We had Justin Cobb. I do know his nickname was Doo-Wop. Doo-Wop, who they just magically found right after the guilty verdict, dropped his charge. He only had count 1 and count 2, Nuts murder again, gone. Javon Fleetwood, he only had count 1, gone. And then we had Jaden Myrick, who Lucci connected to Lucci stabbing as well, and he had count 1, gone. So to open up, that was the first.
What are we doing?
For me, because hold on, y'all had tons and tons and tons and tons of evidence. We get this not guilty verdict, and I'm gonna just say, I'm still gonna say on all accounts because Shannon and that gun, and we kind of knew that was gonna happen, but so I'm gonna keep saying all accounts, right? You get this not guilty verdict, and then all of a sudden.
And I just want to say, even Max said he didn't even contest that in his. So
yes, he didn't. I saw that too. I saw the interview, really, really great interview. But that was the first moment for me. So, what were you ladies thinking when you saw these not guilties Like, I mean, not guilties, these dismissals of charges. 6 people gone.
I thought that it should have been 28.
I wasn't gonna say it, but why the hell did it take so long? Y'all knew y'all ain't have nothing before the not guilty. You knew you didn't have nothing when you was stumping and doing the Ronnie O'Neal during that dang on closing. You knew you didn't have nothing then. Then you turn around and you go, but okay, I'm gonna say mine went the other way. Like, don't get me wrong. I'm happy they dropped it on the 6, but how many of them 6s out? Ain't some of them serving life? So dropping this really didn't do nothing for their life. Like, y'all still are dead set on ruining folk life. Y'all just looks like y'all conveniently decided not to charge folk who life already in disarray. I'm not saying they didn't do whatever was going on. What I'm saying is you throw all this all over their head, make things worse for them, cause all kind of hell. No, they already going through something like life. And then the other thing that pissed me off is whose charges were not dropped. But I'll let Kayla go on.
Because see, this comment down here pissing me off. They just reminded me of who, like the one person. I'm like, why is he still wrapped up in this?
So we just gonna leave Nard for nut and Farley for drinks and blame somebody. Y'all gonna take the little boy making like what else do you want?
We got Garlington too for drinks. So we got both the alleged passengers. Too. So both the passengers some kind of way, even though the driver of one car was found not guilty, the driver of the other car was found, took a plea but dismissed his and now we got the 2 passengers.
Because now somehow
we're gonna have the same problem. We still have this car that pulls up. We still have jurors who said that they believe that those 2 cars had something to do with it. We still have a medical examiner's report that says it would have been virtually impossible for it to be those 2 cars. So
my thing is, I'm not trying to say nothing about the boy. I don't know nothing about this child. But what else do you want to do to Farley? They didn't have to have a whole conversation. They didn't try to get the boy. They know he ain't about that life. All he do is design clothes. It don't make no sense to make Miles clothes when everybody in the hood is claiming slime. I'm going to write slime on some shit too. You buy it. Here you go. I'm going to make some stuff. All y'all going to wear it too. And then y'all put me off up in the jail on some mess I ain't got nothing to do with besides riding in the car that has been confirmed, all but confirmed, 99.99, just like a paternity test, been confirmed that car didn't have nothing else to do with it, right? And then they put me off in that thing. They know that's not my lifestyle. That's not my life. I ain't about that life. There people on here trying to get me some protection. The protection whooped my ass. And you still charging me. Why? What else are y'all trying to do to the boy? Like, what do y'all have against that boy? Like, do y'all have it against his lawyer? Like, what's the problem for real? Like, why is Farley still sitting there?
I just think it's a waiting game at this point. I truly feel at some point his charges will be dropped as well. If I'm not mistaken, they say he's out on bond. So I just think his charges will eventually be dropped too.
What would they
he was one of the first people out on. One of the first people to get a bond.
Yeah, so maybe that's it. Maybe that's what it is. I do feel like eventually they're going to have to drop Miles's charges, and I really hope he does come out of this victorious. Because when I was just kind of reading the indictment again, getting accounts, I'm like, well, why is he still charged? Because clearly the world has seen the third car is who did this, and it like what's the point? Like, what's going on here? So maybe they're just waiting it out, waiting it out to see. I pray he just, I hate to keep singing my song, take that shit just take it to trial, because what are they going to prove other than science? Science is just not on their side right now. It's just not on their side.
Science or vision.
Yeah, it's just not there. I mean, I became a detective because of this drinks on a live. Okay, I became a detective. Like I literally could probably go pull up an APD, like Big Kia. Y'all know Big Kia pulled up an APD. Like, oh, you applying? I'm finna apply too. I literally can do that at this point and become a detective because I feel like the drinks murder made me a detective, and they truly dropped the ball when it came to that. So yeah,
there's no way they could sit back. Like, where's the team meeting? Where's the strategy? Where is the team meeting? Because there's no way you can see everything, because we know y'all been watching the internet the entire time. Like, we know y'all been watching it. And then now you got the jurors, not just on YouTube and social media, like y'all like to call it. They just had an interview with Law and Crime. So they on Law and Crime telling you that what they saw was not what you saw, and it will never be. Then
time out. I'm gonna call them the triplets. Great interview. The triplets did a great interview. Okay, they did a great interview, and it was like they're not straying away from what they said on Mel's live. Like they're sticking to it. It just wasn't making sense. We were confused. We were overwhelmed. Nothing pointed to here. It was a great interview. So like, what more does the state of Georgia need?
That's what I'm saying. And where's the come to Jesus meeting where y'all tell where's the cost analysis? Where is this is how much we spent, this is what we did? Because y'all, whatever that big dollar amount is, and I'm sure it's millions and millions of dollars that y'all have spent on this in totality since the indictment on.
You could subtract 25,000. They got that from Lil Jeff, and then they got 500,000 from a watch. So that's the cost benefit analysis. That's all I could think of that you could deduct those
outside of that, like y'all really can walk in the room and say you spent all this money on security detail, housing these men, feeding these men or lack thereof, taking them and transporting them to trial, bringing them lunch or lack thereof. Like, you have had these people in your custody, whatever you say that cost amount is, for 2.5 years. Then you multiply that, not only the 6 that were in jail, but you still got the other ones that were in jail before those pleas. You're transporting them everywhere. You have to take care of things. You have to pay these prosecutors. You have to pay these jurors, barely, but you paid them. You gave them lunch sometimes. Like, you had the coffee in there. I know y'all was stealing their snacks, they told us, but they did get some of the snacks. Like, all this money that you paid, and you got time served.
And the $25 a day for the jurors. Did you say that?
Yep.
I said million. I'm barely. I mean, technically they pay. I mean, yeah, the $25. But I'm just saying, you did all this for how long? Not to mention the things you probably billed for, saying y'all were investigating this and sending this investigator. Y'all sat up there, went out there and sent folks after Zachary, put him in Rice Street. All the witnesses that y'all threw in jail, they had to house them for days. Like, y'all spent all this money and all you got was time served on the pum that his lawyer didn't even argue against.
I had to look because I was looking for this line from Damon Blaylock's when they dropped his charges. The line that stuck out to me at the very end, it said for the reasons listed above. Put it up? Huh?
You can't put it up.
Yeah, hold up. I did save it. Wait a minute, did I save this one? Hold on, Kayla. I'm gonna have to send it to myself. Hold on just a second. It'll take a second. Because this, I saved everyone but this one because I grouped him with the other defendants. But the last line to me was very telling. And when I saw this, I was just like, okay, so they're not crazy. They understand hold on. Yeah, that's the Mont Blaylock's. They understand the issues and the problems with taking these young men to trial, yet they're still going to do it. I don't know how the citizens of Fulton County feel because, I mean, Funny was reelected. I get all of that. But it's just, okay, let me share my screen so I can share this with you guys because I want y'all to see it too. Hold on, let's pull it up.
Meanwhile, she out here skipping lawsuits and getting default judgments.
And I need to figure out what's going on with that too.
And also, you can't even move forward with your prosecution of President Trump because he now has immunity for 4 years.
Jesus.
Wait. Time out. Because I've been offline. I've been dealing with some other stuff. What you just say, Kayla?
He got presidential immunity. He can't be prosecuted while he's the president.
Oh, that's what you said. Okay, y'all. So this is what stuck
then
out
you
to me.
be out of office, so you wasted your time.
Oh, well, I'm sorry. Y'all know how I feel. If you follow me, y'all know how I feel. January, February is gonna be real interesting. Really, really interesting. And I don't know if Big Funny gonna come out on top. I'm just saying. But the very last, in number 5, it says, for the reasons listed above, in the interest of the public and of judicial economy. When I saw that, I was like, is this, so Kayla, is that normal to put in there? That's normal. Okay. When I read that though,
yeah, that's normal.
For me, it stuck out like a sore thumb. I was like, why aren't we really taking that sentence into account when you were going through this RICO? Like, do you really mean that? Do you really understand what that means? Because this case alone has cost Fulton County so much money. I just saw another article. I think it was CNN or someone going to Fulton County Jail. Like, they just can't stay out of the spotlight. And this case has highlighted so many things that are wrong with Fulton County. Like, girl, read the room. It's probably time you just let this one go. And they just won't. That sentence was, to me, I was like, damn, is this normal? Because if it is normal, as the DA, when do you take this seriously? You know?
I get scared because every time we ask, is it normal? Kayla say, that's normal. I ask Kayla a question, she go, yeah. I mean, yeah, that happened, but it's normal. Like,
it's normal. What? And you're like, what?
And I'm over here flipping.
No, it's
normal.
I'm looking for something. I was trying to see if I could find the order or the information disposition on Shell Kell to see what his actual terms of his probation are. I'm gonna keep looking, but no, it's definitely normal. I mean, because there are certain legal terms and legal concepts. I'm not saying this necessarily 100% applies here, but res judicata, which means to basically relitigate. They will have a lot of issues with, I think, something similar to that with the transcript. I mean, there are some things that they just can't change. The record that was built in this case will be the record, and they will be able to use this record. And I think, like in the words of the Honorable Paige Whitaker, they thought they were winning. So, I mean, they thought, I think that they were shocked when they heard not guilty. Honestly, I'm not too sure. I'm trying to, I lose sleep at night trying to process that. But I think that's why it didn't happen initially, because they thought that they were winning, and hey, kudos to them. I don't know, but I think they realized that they didn't. They missed it. And instead of continuing to, I guess what you call it, like, y'all know what I'm saying, continuing to embarrass themselves. I don't know.
That's
but
exactly
you just stop. And they didn't stop before because they thought that they were winning.
And Key just put in the chat, Paige absolutely told Brian, it was one of those mistrial motions. She said, no, I don't think they meant to do that. I mean, I think they're winning. She absolutely said that to them. And I remember saying it because I think I did a TikTok about it. I was like, did she just say that?
We both did. Did.
She just say that, like, on the bench?
Wait, she said they think they're winning.
Yes, to them.
Well, yeah, to them.
Yeah, about love.
She said she chuckled when she said it.
Yeah, it was after the what was it, Wright? Attorney Wright, I can't remember his first name, Monktoon's attorney.
Derek.
When Weaver was trying to tell her, I don't think that went over the way you think it did. And Love responded like, different minds. I mean, like just not hearing nothing. She turned, looked at her, I said, I think she thinks she's winning.
He told her, I think it was because of Duke and Ashley. And she said, we're not gonna have another lawyer get up here.
Another one with
that didn't
the
go
attorney.
the way you thought it was. And she said, well, if you say so. She mumbled under her breath, and her head was like, well, if you say so. When she started to do a lot as the trial went on, she started to do that a lot. So I absolutely like they were getting hints. I think she was trying to give them hints, like hoping that they would change, try to do better, and they just wouldn't do it
at all. Just didn't want to hear. I still don't think they lost. I don't think so. I don't think they think that at all.
Well, speaking of losses, this is a major loss right here.
Man, yeah, okay.
So this is the findings report. I have the findings report, which is very detailed, of the DOJ investigation of the Fulton County Jail. And I mean, it is very interesting. It starts off with a summary from the young man who died in jail. He was in jail for a misdemeanor charge, and he was eaten alive by bed bugs or body lice. And it just goes down, and it starts to talk about after an extensive investigation, we find reasonable cause to believe that Fulton County and the Fulton County Sheriff's Office violate the constitutional and statutory rights of people incarcerated in the Fulton County Jail. Fulton County Jail fails to adequately protect incarcerated people from the substantial risk of serious harm from violence, including homicides and stabbings by other incarcerated people. And talks about the deputies using force, the living conditions, the mental health care, the restrictive housing. I mean, it goes on, and it gives background on how many people are in this jail, how many workers are working. And I
think that when they did that press conference, it kind of set me off when I found out there were kids in there. For 17-year-olds.
Yeah, I mean, that's not, you can be charged as an adult in Georgia at 17. Well, you will be charged as an adult.
Yeah, when they said that the juvenile system ends at 16, so they had the portion about the 17-year-olds, it sent me to freshman year of college where I was assigned a book about a boy who was charged as an adult at 13 at the start of Paul Howard's career in 97. And it the parallels that go back to how this YSL was charged in the way that boy was charged, and to know that boy went in there at 13 and didn't get out of there till he was 39. Man, oh man, oh man.
It breaks down each jail because we have those annexes. And I don't know if you guys know, but the incident with Yak on December 1st actually did not occur at the main jail, but it occurred at the Union City Annex. So it's not just 901 Rice Street that is having the problems. It seems to be, as a whole, all of the facilities: the South Annex, the North Annex, which is in Alpharetta, and the Marietta Annex. The report identifies the civil rights violations. And you see one of the very first points, once again, are the killings, stabbings, and assaults. I mean, it gives from 2022 to present, 6 incarcerated people have died in violent attacks from the jail. And it's very sad.
In just 2 years. And they started with a death.
20-year-old, 33-year-old, 32-year-old, 34-year-old, 23-year-old, 37-year-old.
Ain't nobody over 40. Young people. They said, what do they do with the findings?
So let's see. Sorry, y'all. Let's see. This is recent. This is a notice letter that was sent to our elected sheriff and a chairman. And it is basically putting the Fulton County Sheriff's Office on notice. After carefully reviewing the evidence, we conclude that there is reasonable cause to believe that the conditions in the Fulton County Jail violate the 8th and 14th Amendments of the United States Constitution, the ADA, and the Individuals with Disabilities Education Act. These violations are pursuant to a pattern or practice of resistance to the full enjoyment of rights protected by the constitutional and federal law. So basically, this is a letter. You guys, I will post a link or something where you can get to this if you haven't been able to read this. They give them a chance to get it right. And if not, please note that in the event we are unable to reach a resolution regarding our findings, CRIPA authorizes the Attorney General to initiate a lawsuit 49 days after issuance of this notice letter to correct the alleged conditions we have identified.
I'm with you, Nurse Fancy. How can they fix it? It's just so, it seemed like you would miss
the building down, demolish it, and get
that's what I'm saying. Like, what would you do? Scoot everybody over here so you can fix? Because they said there was like structural issues. I remember one time during court, they were like, "Oh, we couldn't feed them because it was a carbon monoxide leak in the kitchen, so can't nobody go in the kitchen." So it's like, so you go fix that leak, nobody can go in the kitchen. How are they gonna eat? Like, it just seems like if you try to fix one thing, it's gonna mess up another. It's just, you're never gonna be able to. Yeah, you might take the whole building out, but I mean, how do you? Yeah, I don't know about that. How do you fix it? I have no clue.
I think it kind of like boils down to the fact that, and this is even me. Some people, I'll be like, I don't care. They're still humans. We still have to protect them. We still have to make sure they're living in safe conditions. We still have to ensure that these people are under your supervision. So you still have a duty to these individuals. And I think it feels like Fulton County is just, it's like they really don't give a damn. You know, you're here and this is what it is. But I mean, fortunately for the defendants and the inmates, we live in America and you have rules that you have to abide by. In Fulton County, I mean, watching the case and watching how everything happened, the Lucci stabbing to me was very telling. It gave us a glimpse of what it's like to be in Fulton County, because that officer skipping towards him when he's actively being
skip
telling to me.
They skip.
Did he not skip? Was he just walking?
was walking.
There was no hurry. There was
no hurry.
There was no hurry about it. And I think it was really disgusting. It was like this man could have lost his life because you don't care. It was very telling to me. It was in 4K. I mean, it was very telling.
And how did we even get to the skipping? Because who ain't watching the cameras? All these people supposed to be locked up and one at a time. Now, who up there ain't watching the cameras and opened that door? Who opened the door?
No, the officer who testified that they know the doors don't lock all the time and the inmates don't lock the doors. I said, what is going on here? He's like, oh, they can do that. Like, sir, if you know they can do it, why don't you fix it?
But don't something up in your area say not locked?
Well, I'm going to refrain from speaking until after the 17th.
Because a year ago, yeah. Okay, after the 17th, that'll be the 18th is a Wednesday. That's cool. You can speak on the 18th. You can speak on the 18th, but yeah,
because so many times we know that we have concrete evidence that this live is being watched. It's like a jail call.
You're right.
This call is being recorded.
No, for real.
Anything you say or do can and will be used against you.
Oh my gosh.
Now that you've walked into that, I did have something for you. Let me pull it up. Because I wanted to ask you about those. Because of course, we've seen that you've been working.
Working.
I know you over there tired. But we have definitely seen, I think I got them in JPEGs. So I can't pull them up.
What you
want? Mel, do you see that? The fly fisherman, that's big up. He said, hi, babe, country male, and Kayla.
Let me tell y'all, Big be so, I forget that you guys are from Ohio. So when people from up north hear me talk, the first thing is, she country. So I've even had that said in Atlanta too. So what's
Kayla
up, Big Hug? Not too much.
Look at the comments. Kayla has been working. I have never seen so many Thugger Daily updates that say attorney Kayla Bumpus.
Okay.
Well, I mean, and I just want people to know I work every day. I mean, y'all are just now getting to see me work. And, that's a completely different situation. So I love that for y'all.
You know what? I think that because it don't come with a Twitter update, when y'all be thinking Kayla is like muting and y'all think she on the phone real quick, she literally be lawyering while y'all sitting there thinking, what's she doing? Why she be this phone and this phone? Did she do like that? And the next thing you know, she be quiet for a minute. She be like, oh, I just closed. Like, you did what? She looked like she not doing. Look, she looked like she chilling.
Yeah.
So y'all get to see some updates. And I'm glad because I'm going to say for me, just because after a while in this trial, I was privileged to be able to have conversations with Kayla, and Kayla be like, I got to do this. I'm going to do here. I'm going to call you right back. I'm doing this. Blah, blah. And so I hear her in the background moving like a ping pong ball. Okay. But y'all be like, she wearing that gray dress. She don't be doing that. And she was at court. And I'm like,
oh, the gray dress.
I mean,
and it's just like,
even with the entry that I filed with the typos in it, like I had no clue that nobody was going to see that. I was literally trying to get something done that I still can't talk about. And I'm doing it from my phone. And I'm like, then I see it and I'm like, oh my God, like they see everything. Nobody was supposed to see this. But even that is a learning lesson in itself. But the Wi-Fi at the jail is so terrible. So I couldn't even see what I was editing. I just had to get it filed so I could get done what I needed to get done. But also, I don't know. We'll just see. I'm so, somebody asked me, is this going to be live stream? So now I get to talk as an attorney.
It's about y'all get to always Kayla. No, y'all get to see attorney Kayla Bumpus.
Yeah.
Wiggle. Y'all see that? Y'all, because y'all see the X ones. Because as soon as that one came through, somebody was like, you haven't made a post about this. And I'm looking, this really wasn't even 30 minutes old. I swear it wasn't. It wasn't. I'm just like, can I get a second to get a notification, see it, see what it is, verify it, and then open my mouth? No, because it's Kayla, I better say something quick because I would have said something about somebody else. I'm like, okay. And she's working.
Oh, she can work. I was on Twitter talking about her.
I was talking to somebody today. You know, I try to ignore a lot of I try to ignore a lot of the comments, you know, even with, you know, I'm gonna just say I don't even with what other people think about me and what I have to say on the internet, whoever they are and however they feel, you know, I think that it's completely unfair because I literally can get on the internet and make one I don't even know the last time I posted a picture on Instagram. I can make one tweet. I can go live on TikTok once a week and they say Kayla's always on the internet. And I'm just so confused because I literally don't be on the internet, but everything I do is Kayla's always on the internet. And this whole clout chasing thing is just so funny to me because the same people that be saying I'm clout chasing be using my name in headliners for their YouTube videos that got 5 seconds of my name, but the whole YouTube video is entitled about me. Okay.
Listen, say what you mean what you say. I don't think it's I think that they have something to say that you're always on the internet because you can grab an ear that they can't even get to listen. And I think they figured that part out, that when you open up your mouth, regardless of how it comes across, people are listening. People are listening, and they I don't think they want people to listen. They want people to believe one thing or not listen or disregard. And unfortunately, I said this a long time ago, long before I met Kayla. I said, because their intentions were not pure, anything that happens with Kayla, anything that happens with Woody, after that ex parte, they golden. There's nothing's going to happen because the people that was doing that to them, trying to throw them under the bus, their intentions were not pure when they did it. They're not going to lose. And as you can see, almost 6 months later, Woody ain't losing. And y'all singing, oh, Kayla working. Kayla got a bond. Kayla got it. Y'all been screaming Kayla's name when she couldn't do wrong right 4 months ago.
And now I don't even get to enjoy it because I haven't even really been able to see all the stuff.
Well, that's good, friend. You got work to do. When you get through doing it, we can sit down on WTF Wednesdays and go through all of it. But I definitely have seen a lot of you know, they love to say in the comments, oh, Kayla, she gonna get bun. That's Kayla. They say you want to get bun, you call Kayla. I said, well, you know what? I'll bullshit. Okay, all BS aside. For someone to even feel like that is something that they absolutely know you're going to handle, you're capable of, I think it's a plus. I think in all of the, all of this mess surrounding the trial and ex parte, everything, we do forget you are an attorney. You don't become an attorney for being crazy, stupid, whatever people have said. You don't become an attorney just by accident, right? So I am personally, I ain't gonna tell you no lies. I smile a little harder when I see the comments like, oh, she out here working, she getting to it, because, I think people do forget you are an actual attorney. They forget you some of the same stuff we hear about other attorneys who do content creation, they don't get the same hate. So I've been enjoying you on the other side of things, okay? We done got through so much, and I'm like, oh, we're here. Now she's the attorney who can get it done. Mm-hmm. I've enjoyed seeing it for you. So
thank you so much. Even
I have friends.
I have I have just really been trying to stay focused and be prepared, because I know that everybody has this expectation that I'm gonna get this bond. So I'm like, oh God.
Well, I hope people know it is not up to you. You can do all that you can do.
Come out there and wiggle. Listen, Listen, I was just talking to Big Unc yesterday. He said, shit, if I go down here, don't go right, tell Kayla, we gonna just tell her to go do it. He said, because he get the notifications now, because he started, because neither one of us was using X or Twitter. And then so I'm like, oh, it's the Thugger Daily page when the trial, at the beginning of the trial. And that's how I started following it. So that's literally the only reason why I have the damn X app on my damn phone, because I was catching stuff about the trial. Man, we woke up one morning, 7 notifications from Thugger Daily, all about bonds. Kayla did this. Now let me clarify. What she really did was this. Broke it down. And I'm like, okay. Come through with the wiggle, attorney. Like,
but
listen.
And see, that's why I was saying a lot of times, not to interrupt you, there was a lot of times when we would say stuff and I say, I can't talk about it. These things have been in the works. Both of them have asked me to help them way before, what was it, December 3rd?
Right.
And so, everything, and that's why I even when people say, oh, she puts everything on the internet, y'all don't know the half, because somebody said that they can't wait to see what my future holds. And I wish I could show that to y'all. I showed it to y'all too, but y'all ain't gonna let me show it to the world.
No.
The picture I showed.
Yeah. All I'm saying is I'm happy because, like I said, at the end of it, they tried to make Woody be everything but a child of God. They tried to make you be everything but a child of God. And at the end of the day, Woody got motion. Woody getting all this dag on everything they never wanted him to be. They didn't want nobody to know who Woody was. The whole world know Woody.
No, they wanted him to know. They just didn't want him to know him like this, because
like that. Like they wanted to control the narrative. Same thing with you. They wanted to control the narrative. And now at the end of all this, after everything that was said, blurted out, yelled, insinuated, and all they see is an attorney with constant updates out here lawyering big ways. Like,
but and I just also think it's interesting that it's so many other attorneys that don't look like me. We have Lead, he's an attorney. Nobody says he's always on the internet. We have several other attorneys who don't look like me, and they don't get that same, they're always on the internet. They're on TikTok, they're on YT, they're on this, they're on that, but it's okay for them. But because I choose to live in my truth, it's not okay for me.
Well, it is now. And now they're going to be following.
It is.
And they probably, I mean, since you're here, go ahead and subscribe.
Yeah, you have to. And sometimes, I feel like sometimes God uses people the person you just wouldn't even expect to kind of help others. And I think you have at least shown that it's okay to be authentically yourself and still go to work every day, do what you have to do. Half the time I'm talking to you like, hey, I just left the courthouse. You go back and forth for your clients. So I think people will start to appreciate that. And I'm happy, like I said, that it has come that they see you actually do work, So I think that's good.
Yeah, that's the only thing is, like, I think y'all already saw it, but y'all didn't notice it. Because when that computer mute and you don't see a mom eye, she's working.
Oh, but the people who were live streaming the trial with me, they did know, because I'd be like, y'all, I'm here, but I'm working. And they knew, because it was still an opportunity for me to engage with people that supported me and to use what God had given me and is continuing to open doors for me to, there's so many people that talk to me and say, I want to be a lawyer. I want to do this and I want to do this. And there's a lot of stuff that people don't see off of line that this platform has opened up for me to help others. And I'm thankful for that.
What I will say, though, is like when you are of a certain, like when I went into the workforce, we weren't given the grace that other people get. So whatever that dress code may be, we were expected, if it was business casual, we probably had to be business professional, right? We couldn't even do the casual part. There's certain people, they would walk in with leggings on every day. They just might be of a bigger variety. But if you put some on,
it's the end of the world.
It's the end of the world. And so it was just like, I think it's very, I've seen it go from being very strict to very loose, where I feel like some of the younger generations, younger than us, don't understand that there's like a time and a place for everything. So there's a time to be at work and there's a time to play, and they kind of mix it together. And next thing you know, we got sheer shirts on in the office when you come for an interview, and so they don't know because I feel like it's a rebellion for real, but I just feel like we were made to be one way. People completely rebelled against it. And now we have this area in the middle where people don't know how to do one thing, don't know how to do both. We don't know there's a time and place for everything. And I think that when you show up for work, you show up for work.
And I also think that on that same note, I'm so glad that people, initially just seeing me 2 or 3 times from the trial and then seeing me on YouTube. But the more I post it and the more people know I'll be putting them suits on. So at first, I think people had this image of me, but then they started seeing me in suits, and they was like, "Oh wait, she do know how to dress."
It's a time.
Hey, it was a great dress, friend.
Yeah, well, I didn't know it was a pop-up surprise.
She was gonna be coming up to that podium. She wasn't there.
I said, baby, I'm telling you that great dress. It's so funny that we do this show now, because when I tell you they was trying to eat me up, well, a few of them, baby, my little sister had to go in there. My little sister had to go come in. She said, "Hold on, I know y'all don't think my sister mad about no shape. Hold up." I said, "That's not it," because it's exactly what Miss Jefferson says. When we have shapes, like, it's gonna look different on us than it looks on anybody else. So, like, and I'm gonna tell you, what I say in the video, I said, I love her. She's smart. She's an attorney. I said, this great dress killing me. But like you said, I'm happy that people got to see, like you said, I think you said it on your live. It was a pop-up. We didn't know that. You know what I'm saying? Like, we didn't know that. So I'm happy that people.
Well, and I just want to say, Judge Glanville, and I've never actually seen any other judge make someone come and speak about a Rule 22.
You said that too.
Even the Rule 22s that have come through for Judge McBurney for the 17th, he's already signed the order.
There's no
I've
reason.
never seen anybody have to come explain a Rule 22. So that would have never been in my mind that I would have to get up and speak. I thought that I was done. And also, how you talk about how you think it felt to turn around and all them. I said,
and Miss Sheila just brought a good point, because I think I talked about Lawyer Love. Miss Love got a shape. Miss Love let me tell you, the one thing that made me mad about Miss Love put it on. She got a shape. The one thing that made me mad is when you have a big butt, okay? Sometimes your pants got to go up a size because the pocket's going to start popping up. She did that twice. I said, now, girl, you older than me. You done had that butt way longer. You done had that butt a long time. So we can't wear certain pants because the pocket's going to pop out. It's just certain stuff, y'all. It's just certain stuff. But the thing is, and it ain't like I got a shape. I have to go through the same advice that I'm saying, the same stuff I'm talking about. Baby, why do I know it? Because when I wear express pants, I got to go up a size. New York and Company, all these, I got to go up a size.
Well, she won't even get the sleeves to fit. So why would I'm sorry. Let's move on.
Now the sleeves is a choice, okay? The sleeves, I don't have any rebuttal for the sleeves.
It's never every day. That's the first thing I look. I said, the sleeves.
I think she liked those 3. What is it called? I think she just liked those.
When they get to a certain age, the sleeves.
I think she likes that sleeve.
They wear them butterfly wing sleeves on the shirt.
I think she just liked the quarter sleeve jacket. I really do.
When they get to a certain age, they shop.
You know what? Key just made a point. Van, don't get messy in the chat, Van. Key just made a really great point. When you got a little shape too, you got to be real picky about them skirts with the split in the back. You do, because sometimes what people don't realize, like sometimes those skirts, if the split too high, you're gonna sit down and there you go, your whole ass out. You gonna bust the skirt. I prefer a split on the side, kind of like in the front, because the split in the back is really tricky. Miss she did love the skirts with the split in the back too. But she another one. I can tell you, for Miss Love, I think she dressed well for her shape. I did. I think she dressed well for her slate. They said us older women like high waters. Yes, Mikhail, you'll bust that skirt. Kayla, do you wear skirts with splits in the back? Kayla, I thought she did. I thought she did well. I'm sorry. I did. I was not mad about. No, yeah, they said Miss Love need a fashion makeover. I think she did her best with her shape. We talk about dressing for your shape, y'all. Don't fancy. Don't get messy.
Come on, comments.
Fancy really want me to talk about them kitten heels. Them
don't
sling bags. Y'all know I could stand them sling bags.
All I'm gonna say is I don't know what she was dressing for.
I thought she did well for her shape.
I'm just saying that I can appreciate that. I feel like there's a lost generation of sorts in between us that don't understand time and place. That's why these prom dresses look like the club. That's why these interview outfits look like they ain't supposed to be there. And I'm just
the chat talking about Mel Yo. Listen, y'all.
Y'all say it so I don't have to. Because as soon as I do, y'all go tell Weinstein on me, and then he tell me he don't want me to talk about people. So please help me, chat. Help.
Yes, JT.
Help
yes,
me.
JT. They said winter suits in the summer. Y'all, I was talking about for her shape, y'all.
Because them chestnuts was roasting over the open fire.
Y'all, I was talking about for her shape. I think she did a great job with dressing appropriately for her shape, is what I'm saying.
You acting like a man when you keep repeating. Just do your hand like this since you're going to keep repeating. So we can get the cohesiveness. Come on. I'm about to do this with you.
I think everybody looked nice.
Then you going to make Kayla lie. See? You ain't right.
I mean, I think you know how they say you is only. Never mind. I was gonna say as good as you.
Get it out.
Well, I think Fonnie always looks nice.
I think her and Tiffany Henyard got the same hairstylist. That's what I think.
I think y'all want me to show out on this live. This is what I think y'all trying to do. Y'all say, you know what? Mel trying to ice on Miss Love. Let's start on Funny. Because Funny and that backwards dress is going to forever live in my mind. Because why your dress was all backwards?
Weinstein gonna get me.
I did say that. I did say that I think Funny should cut her hair like mine. Y'all laughing. First of all, I love my hair, okay? I love it. I just touched up my blonde today, right? And I just really do, because I just don't think January or February is going to be a great month for her. And I'm sorry. I mean, if she's going to be in Fulton County Blues, it's an easy hairstyle to have. It's simple. It's easy. You don't have to do too much.
God.
You don't have to do too much too. I mean, y'all, I'm sure in jail you could get like some leave-in conditioner, so you could just cut it short like this, and you need some gel to do the
they don't even have food in Fulton County, and you gonna sit up here and say that she gonna get some leave-in conditioner?
Yeah. It's simple. Leave-in conditioner and a little gel, that's all you need. Easiest hairstyle you ever have. I'm telling you. Oh, JT, I'm gonna have to go look again because I'm not sure. But I'm serious. That was good. No leave out left behind. done got so off topic. Because how did we get here? How did we get here?
Do anybody got questions about the 17th, the bond motion?
That's what you were supposed to be. First of all, Mel, I don't have a fade, okay? She said the fade don't work for everybody.
I'm not. I did have a question about the 17th, but the fact you just told her the struggle will be so real, she need to start over. So on the 17th, Judge McBurney and Judge Whitaker, both of those are going to be heard for Yak at the same time.
Yeah, Judge Whitaker is allowing Judge McBurney to hear that. She's not giving him
she's out, Kayla. She's out. She's gonna let him hear all of them.
There's 2 indicted cases. So usually, and I think we kind of talked about this whatever day that was last week, but usually all your cases will go to the same judge. And I think right now they're just trying to decide which judge that's going to go to, because it's supposed to go. It's the order it's supposed to go. Whoever had the oldest case keeps it. But that can change if you are on a case with a co-defendant who has an older case. So in this case, the co-defendant in the McBurney case has an older McBurney case. So they may both go to McBurney, or they may both go to Judge Whitaker. Either way, that's not an issue right now. Judge McBurney is the presiding judge for next week, which means he can handle miscellaneous matters, and that's why he will be handling both of those.
Yak and Shannon.
No, Shannon will be going to his own judge.
Shannon had this. We're talking about Yak. I just need to make sure we know who we're talking about. We're talking about
because Yak has Whitaker and McBurney for 2 open cases.
Okay, got you. They asked that on Twitter. Like we were kind of trying to figure out if one judge could handle both. So is there if things,
and it's an emergency bond motion, so there are different. It's not just a typical bond motion.
Okay,
it's a little bit of fire under it.
Can you tell us what the difference is between a regular?
No, it's not a really difference. It's just an emergency bond motion. Usually it's heard sooner.
Okay.
Because there's usually a requirement of 10 days of notice to the state or to either party before hearing a motion. But an emergency can waive that requirement.
So is there in the grand scheme of things a possibility that he's granted bond and he's able to walk out of Fulton County on the 17th?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I have to ask this too. When he walks out, I don't know if you know this, so if you don't know this, say, I can't answer that. Was he done when he was picked up? And this is just from listening to his music. I saw that he was out. Yak was out 2 years. Then this case picks up, and then he's back in jail. Was he already on probation or something? Or so once he walks out, he just has to deal with his jail charges, and he's done. That's good to hear. And so are you able to speak on what's happening with Shannon as well? Because I saw from Thugger Daily, he goes before the court as well next week.
I just know that he got court on the same day at 9:30.
Okay. They're not streaming those though, right?
Law and Crime has submitted a Rule 22.
Oh, okay. So y'all, we might be able to see that. So if it's actually streaming.
WSB TV too.
Who else?
WSB TV.
Okay.
We gonna need a dang on split screen.
It sounds like it.
Well, I don't think so, because one is at 9 and one is at 9:30. I think that was on purpose. And I am the attorney of record on one of Shannon's cases, so I would anticipate that they would hold for my report.
Oh, okay. Period. I know that's right.
C is in Colette. That's what
I
I'm
know that's
talking
right.
about. C is in Colette.
Okay, Jimmy.
So outside of, you have those two things going on, and so that's a possibility both of them could be walking out of Fulton County next week.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so my other question was, I saw this in the comments too, because we are at our hour, but I still want to ask this. They kind of wanted to know if we saw that Thug requested a modification, and Whitaker kind of approved it. She said, listen, I'll allow that in 3 years. And I saw people kind of saying, well, that they were, I mean, it's not their lives, but that they were happy that she did the 3 years. Simply, Miss Sheila, I'm sure she is. They were kind of like, oh, we're happy she did the 3 years, because we just feel like if he goes back into Fulton County, they'll try to violate him, all of these things. But just kind of know you guys' thoughts on the modification.
I'm pulling it up. Sorry.
Kayla, let's say, have you seen any of the prosecutors since the not guilty verdict?
No.
I was gonna say, dag blasted. Y'all know today is a windy day. I would say I don't like it. So I have a question, because I saw that every time I said something about the long probations, like 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, people always said, oh, well, there's a new law in Georgia that after 3 good years, they can actually apply to get off. Is that true in his case? Because if so, what the hell did you say 3 years for?
That's 100% true.
Then that was a slap in the face.
It's not guaranteed, though.
So there are special conditions to it being dismissed at 3 years.
Yes. I mean, everything has to, all of the special conditions have to be completed. I mean, it's up to the judge. It's not automatic.
Okay, so that puts it into perspective. I see some of the comments that are kind of saying, excuse me, I think I laughed too hard, y'all. Kind of saying that they feel like Judge Whitaker did him a favor by saying after 3 years. She may have. And I'm sorry, I really do think, after hearing her say, you may be a modern day John Lennon, I really think she sees his potential. She sees what the world sees of him as far as him being a musician. And I think she also understands what he's been up against all of these years. So you guys may absolutely be correct in that she said, listen, I'm going to do it, but I'm going to give it 3 years before I allow it. Something about somebody telling a person who purchased a home that he can't be in his home is crazy, but I understand her POV. I do.
And it's also thank you so much. Look at that picture of me. It's, once again, y'all don't judge me. It's something that I see all the time. It's not abnormal. It's not, One thing I can say is the thing that may be a little abnormal is I've never seen a Metro Atlanta ban, just a Fulton County ban.
The Metro Fulton County, a Fulton County ban is normal.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow, okay. That to me makes more sense because the case was in the that county, and they're saying he caused all the
It's not like they say they went on a crime spree in Cobb and this and that, so it does make more sense. But I don't know.
So the Metro Atlanta, when you say that, it's kind of like what?
But yeah, so if there are no violations of probation within the first 3 years to it on or before October 31st, 2027, Mr. Williams can thereafter visit his home at the address located in the city that's been provided under seal. Another thing I'll say too is this is beneficial because he won't have to come back before the judge and at this time. He can automatically, this is an automatic provision. So even if they are going to ask to terminate, a judge could say, I'll take it under advisement. You might have to wait for a court date, but at least this right here says, hey, I do anticipate that this will not be the last modification request. I anticipate there will be several.
I think Keith Adams, he said that too when he was on another live. He was just excuse me, kind of saying that you can request modifications at any time. So when he said that, I kind of felt like you just said this probably won't be the first, it won't be the last.
Yeah, especially since all that time, what is it, 10 years? That's a long time. Life is going to change a million times in between there, even with outside of the ones that they're anticipating. So I think everybody going to be requesting all kind of, they probably going to let them off because they're going to be sick of so many people asking for so many, because people's lives are going to change. I imagine people are going to want to move. I imagine people are going to, you know what I mean? Stuff like that. That's 10 years, 20 years, 30 years. There are going to be modifications up the wazoo for these people.
This will be the last question. Do y'all want to say anything about this?
I was typing in the chat about that. I haven't seen the interviews. I've seen enough clips on Twitter to know that it's something that I just won't even waste my time watching. So I don't have any thoughts on 409 other than it was probably God that kept her off of out of that deliberation room.
And I will tell you guys how I feel after the 17th.
I like this 17th day.
It'll be
after the 17th. The 18th is gonna be popping, I'm thinking. Okay. I'm gonna have to go get me a cute shirt or something for the 18th. Give me a cute shirt, and be ready.
Okay, get me one.
I will. She follows us. Her name is Ina C, and they have a couples situation. The stuff that I wear that says wife, but it looks like it's Nike. Her and her husband made that whole couples thing. She sent me this. So yes, she follows us. I will show you who she is.
They say 409 is unhinged.
I'm gonna reserve my comment for the 18th too, because I know what I'm getting ready to say.
Dennis, don't come over here trying to strike us now.
What? It's an hour and 8. I'm gonna wait for the 18th. That's my. And we're gonna strike her. Ain't she using the 409 cleaner from back in the day? They little logo.
I love y'all. He sure was. Where'd it go? Hold on. Sure was. Got a few phone calls about it. There's some people that's not happy about it.
The old man.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna be on Twitter. See, I got to get on my Zoom. Let me go.
He was talking about me a lot. I thought we was cool. I thought we had reconvened. But I see we going back down the rabbit hole. I seen a really funny comment, and this is the last thing that I'm gonna say. And I didn't say this. I didn't. They was talking about how Dennis mad. No, look, these are not my words. They talking about how Dennis mad about his video being used when that video was passed around more than the old hussy he be beefing with. I said, y'all crazy. I said I read that. I just read that.
Now I will comment on that one. That's
Thank
the
you,
only
Key.
reason
This is a
why.
natural stopping point. What they say? This is a natural stopping
What
point.
did Kat say after she told 409? This seems like a clean cut. We can just cut right here. Cat, that's one thing I will say. Cat Not Williams is the only reason why I continue watching that mess, because somebody needed to do that in the way that she did it.
So what happened now? So Kat was on a live with Dennis.
So apparently, when you on live with Dennis, I've never been on any of Mr. Byron's lives before. And this live was sent to me, and apparently he will only respond to your question if you make it stand out. You got to make it stand out. You got to show it. You got to make it stand out. Make me see it now. That means you got to do a super chat. So he was skipping questions. And when I say Cat Not Williams was quicker than Ike Turner with them $5. She was $5 here, $5. She was throwing them dang on questions up there. Like, how can you say you're not confrontational, but you literally just said this? Like, literally making her eat her words. So it got to a point where he just had Cat Not Williams come up, and Cat Not Williams literally went through every one of her statements, and apparently this was like her third one, so I don't know what happened in the second one, and I did not watch more than 5 minutes of the first one. So apparently Cat Not Williams basically made her, basically verified the business she was standing on, clarified the business that she was standing on, and then served her every last piece of that business on a silver dish, okay? Cat Not Williams ate her up so bad. And then afterwards said, I think this is a clean cut. We can stop here. I apologize if it got a little heated, but you can tell exactly how toxic she is. You can tell exactly how argumentative she is. You can tell exactly how passive aggressive she is. And she's very much so throw a rock, hide your hand, but I'm the elder, so respect me. Dis- Disagreeing with her is definitely disrespectful. What she counts as disrespect, one of those type of elders. And you could just, I couldn't stomach to hear her voice any longer until Cat Not Williams. I was literally reading her questions, but apparently Mr. Byron only reads the questions that you make stand out. So she ate her up. So if you didn't want to watch that part, I don't know what happens in part one or part two, because from what I heard, I don't even understand why he would be getting to part three as far as continuously bringing this unhinged person up and letting them spew the mess that they're spewing when she never deliberated, and she's just literally spewing things that aren't facts. She keeps doubling down on things that were not only not facts, but proven irrelevant by the jury. And she just keeps going back and trying to point them out to people, especially in regards to drinks. And it's just completely unhinged, but then says, I don't want to show my face because there's still a very scary thing here in Atlanta, as if somebody came up to her or something. It's just, I wouldn't watch it, but if you want to watch any part of it, part three, where Cat Not Williams goes completely in, it would be the only thing I will watch.
Well, thank you guys so much for joining us. I guess I will see you next week.
What
Right,
day is that again,
we waiting on the
Kayla?
18th.
Is it the 18th?
Yes,
What's
you said
the
after the
Is it
17th.
the
So
18th?
I mean, whatever comes after the 17th.
No, I'm trying to see if no, I asked it. I want to make sure the 18th is a Wednesday.
Yay!
18th is a Wednesday. Okay, girl, I got time. I'm right by perimeter. Let me go find me a little cute top.
Because
Give me some
Tuesday
cute
is
little
the 7th.
earrings. Because
I'm
the
gonna tell
18th
you,
sounds like
I
an
don't never
everyday.
know what day it is. So every day, how I find out what day it is when I go to court and get on the elevator. I say, "Excuse me, what's today?" I never know what day it is.
So we definitely, somebody said we're gonna be praying for you. We are gonna be praying for you, and in the midst of the prayers, I am gonna make sure I go get me. I might do some colors. What kind of? Maybe I should do a colorful top. So I'm gonna make my blonde pop. I don't know, a cute little fall color, burnt orange or something. I don't know. I'll think on that one. But next Wednesday seems like a good day.
I know what we should do. We should color coordinate.
Yes. Send it to the group chat. Send what y'all think y'all want to wear. Let's send it to the group chat because they have a group chat. So let's do right. Send it to the group chat and let's think of, should we do cute fall colors, Christmas
No,
colors? No red. No red. I'm telling y'all now, no red. No red. Okay. They said we should wear green, slime it out. I don't know, guys. I'm loving the color coordination and I'm really loving that. I think I'm gonna get my lashes done. I'm at my niece's now. I might get my lashes done.
I'm getting
The
mine
18th.
done. I made my appointment for the 16th.
Oh, I know that's right. The 18th sounds like
I'm getting bottoms.
It's bottoms too. Oh, you're showing out. The 18th sounds like put some clothes on and hop on live type of a day,
I'm gonna do my baby hair.
Oh, you gonna do your baby hair too? Oh, you're showing out. Oh. Okay, then I'm not mad about it. Let's wear the colors of the missing watch. Everybody put some clothes on and then put y'all pictures on TikTok and then tag me in them.
We should do a Q&A. We should let people come up on the 18th.
I think Wednesday would be so dope.
Because we won't have a lot to talk about, so we should just.
But we'll have enough. But we'll have enough to talk about.
Y'all are funny. Somebody say, Kayla, what you getting lashes for so they can be on the pillow? Why do y'all say stuff
Thank you. I've been on mute because I didn't want to say nothing. Who in them comments acting like me? Come on.
Oh, that's gonna be cute. Y'all gonna get y'all hair done too? Okay, wait, because y'all know that I love this. So I saw somebody say they're gonna go to the liquor store too.
Oh yeah.
Maybe I should go get some champagne or something.
They say in longer than an hour. I don't know if I can be with y'all longer than an hour.
So we're getting dressed and taking a shot. Cool. Count me in.
Y'all give me anxiety after 40 minutes.
It means put some clothes on, make sure y'all looking cute, make sure y'all go get something to drink because we're gonna probably be taking shots on the live. My type of people.
Everything okay?
Yeah, my niece just got something. They like everything okay?
Okay. Thank y'all. See y'all.
Sharonda, don't be messy, friend. Bye, y'all. Okay.